Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy RC the Great, and as you can see, we were able to get our first limited ring of the season of the weekend leagues. It is here. We acquired it. It was a good run. I know a lot of people have been trying to get this over the weekend, but we got ours, and we were also able to go 7-0 so far in my team unlimited. This video is just going to be about how I built my team, some strategies I've been using, and then some gameplay across the different games that I've had, how I choose my lineups, and then how I go about each game to make sure I'm getting the best results and I can win as much as possible. So let's start off with our limited lineup, and we have a bunch of dynamic duos. As you can see, we got a bunch of rubies out there, although it does say you can only have one because the dynamic duos don't count towards that card emblem count. So we have Donovan Mitchell upgraded to a ruby when he is paired with Rudy Gobert. So I put those two together, and I also have Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum out there because they are the duo for the Celtics. It gives Kemba and Jason Tatum a nice boost to have those both out there, which is huge in the limited mode because you can have more players with higher stats. I also have the Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid duo, and you guys know we are going ham with Ben Simmons out there in limited mode. He is unstoppable going to the rack, especially when you got somebody like Myers Leonard out there that can hit from deep. They have to stay honest on him. You have to play up. You guys know a lot of people sag off of you in limited mode because they don't think your shooting is going to be good enough. There was a shooting buff that did make it a little bit better, but shooting is still difficult for a lot of people. As you can see, that guy just made a white. Usually that doesn't go in, but with the shooting buff, they increase the shooting percentages, which I'm okay with because I'm still able to win some games by playing smart and just taking good shots. Doesn't matter what my opponent's doing. It is kind of annoying when people are able to make certain shots, but it is what it is. We're going to play our style, get to the basket with my man Ben Simmons, draw and kick, run our plays, and it's going to be a hard time stopping this freight train getting to the basket. He is definitely one of my favorite cards in the game right now, just like every other year, because he is just such a dominant force out there. And then, like I said, when you have somebody like Myers Leonard out there that can stretch the floor and get some nice shooting opportunities if the defense is trying to sag off, it just makes it even more deadly. So that's how my limited team was looking. This was the last game before I got the ring. But right after that, I went to update my season rank or my level, and I went to open the pack that I got for level 18, and guess who we were able to pull out of the base pack? An Amethyst Stephen Curry. Welcome, Chef Curry, to the squad. I was extremely hype about this because he was going to add a lot to my unlimited team. Now, he is worth like 45 or 50k MT, so I need to play as many games as I can with him while he is still worth this much, because in about a month he's not going to be worth this much, and I need to sell him back as soon as possible. So my goal is going to be to play as many games as I have. But let's check out his stats. We got 91 rating for Stephen Curry. He does have a duo with Klay Thompson, and I have Klay on my unlimited team as well. Let's look at the stats. So some notable increases for the duo. He does get boosted to a 92 for his three-point shot, which is great for early in the game. His shot is unbelievable. He also gets an upgrade on his steal, but look at how much easier it is to green when you have an Amethyst card out there. Those of you that are having trouble shooting, just know as your cards get a little bit better, your shooting is going to increase. You are going to be able to green more because the cards have more badges and their ratings are higher. But this dude, Stephen Curry, has one of the smoothest shots that I've ever used. Every 2K game, his shot is just incredible. And then his shot off the dribble, his little fade, is also really green. He greens pretty much like 80% of the time when I shoot with him, whether it's a fade or just a still shot. I don't know why he has 3 cold spots right there in the middle of the floor, but it really doesn't matter. He still hits them. But yeah, I love using this card. I'm trying to use him as much as I can before I sell him back, because I am going to sell him back soon. But now let's get to the main event. This is my unlimited team, and it's a different style than a lot of people usually use. But I went defense first, and then I have my heavy hitters on the bench. I'm going to come in with the firepower off the bench. But my defense first team is just strictly in your face, getting steals, creating turnovers, and fast break points to frustrate you really early. So we're starting off with Mo Cheeks. He has that 93 defensive rating. He's a pretty good on offense, but I'm not really worried about his offense because I know I'm going to score using plays and cuts and stuff and fast breaks. But his 97 perimeter defense, 86 steal, and he has Hall of Fame clamps. I mean, not Hall of Fame clamps, gold clamps, and a bunch of other gold badges. Now, you can increase their badges, but I'm not very gung-ho to put a lot of different badges on some of my lower tier cards right now because I want to save my MT. But I did add some badges to some other players like Deshaun Stevenson from the reward market. He costs 6 tokens. If you can grab him, he is a grade 3 ND player. So Deshaun comes out with an 84 3-point rating and a 75 drive and dunk, which is not bad. He can handle the ball pretty well, and he has very good defense at 84 on the perimeter. But I also upgraded his silver clamps to gold clamps because I want to be able to stop all the rim running that's happening. Since people are not able to shoot very well, they're trying to get to the rim as much as possible. So I also added Paul George. Very decent shooter, can get to the rim good enough, can handle the ball, but has good perimeter defense at 83. And then he also has the silver clamps badge so that I can stop the drive. So all three of my front line, we got Mo Cheeks, we got Deshaun Stevenson, and we got Paul George, all with clamps. Then I have Jonathan Isaac, who I think is the best power forward defensively in the game that you can use right now, unless you get one of the diamonds or pink diamonds, obviously like a Larry Bird. But I have all rubies and under besides my Stephen Curry, so I have to make do with what I have because I'm pretty much no money spent and I don't buy a lot of packs and stuff. So we have bronze clamps on our Jonathan Isaac, and then we upgraded our Shaq, and he is also very good interior defensively, and he does have some pretty decent speed for his size. He's not going to be the best Shaq that we get, obviously, but he is doing well for my team right now. So that is the starting lineup for my main unlimited team. And then on the bench, like I said, I got my boy Steph Curry, I got Klay Thompson, I got Myers Leonard. Gus Williams is also another one. Sometimes I play him instead of Mo Cheeks if I want a little bit faster point guard or somebody that's going to hit more of a mid-range consistently. Gus Williams is my go-to to get to the basket and to run certain plays that I like to run. He is very good. That's 30 gold badges, and I also added a bronze clamps just to give him that little extra defensive boost. Although he already has a high defensive rating and a high steal rating, I wanted to make him a little bit better. Then, like I said, we got our Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry duo. We have Chris Middleton, who's one of my favorite shooters in the game. And then we got Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. That duo with Jason Tatum to come in my backup power forward if Ben Simmons is getting sagged off of or if I can't get to the rim with him well. But Ben Simmons is one of my favorite cards in the game. He gets boosted when you get that Joel Embiid duo. His dunk goes to a 90, so when he's driving to the lane, there's literally no stopping him if you don't have somebody down there that's going to get a block. And then Joel Embiid gets a higher 3-point rating at an 80 when he's on the floor with Ben Simmons at the same time. His defense, interior, and rebound also gets increased. So a pretty solid team overall. I'm very comfortable no matter who I match up against. But let's show you guys some gameplay of how this team works in games. We're getting blocks, we're pushing the pace, we're up and down the court quickly, and then trying to find quick transition baskets, getting dunks, layups, or finding somebody open for a nice jump shot. Then you know we're running plays, getting some alley-oops. So we don't have a lot of great shooters on the court, but I can still get to the basket. And if you leave somebody like Deshaun Stevenson open, we're definitely going to hit those. As you can see, I'm still shooting a high percentage, even though I don't have great offensive players on the court. We're just playing great defense, getting the ball up the court, and getting our buckets. So just like every other year, I'm very defensive minded in this game. You got to kind of figure out the meta, what people are going to like to do, what they can't do. So you have some people that can shoot, some people that can't shoot, but everybody you play against wants to get to the basket. So my starting lineup is really trying to get you to not get to the basket, to frustrate you and to make you have to work hard. And then I bring the bench in, and these guys are shooting the lights out. If you're playing a zone, I'm going to be able to pick you apart. We're shooting 9 for 12 from 3. Then if you sag off of Curry at all, you know I'm hitting him out there because he is going to green from almost anywhere in the half court setting. Then we got Mo Cheeks out there in the second game playing tight defense. We're switching back and forth in between players, making sure we're cutting off those driving lanes. If we have a chance for a bump steal, we're getting it, and then we're off to the races trying to get our layups. You're either to stop and pop for a nice jump shot, or you're going to get your layup. You're not going to be able to stop everybody on Tristan because everybody I have has good length and they can get to the basket easily. Paul George with the and one layup to put us up by 3 points in the first quarter. And now we're playing defense once again, disrupting all the passing lanes, stopping the driving lanes, getting into the passing lanes, forcing bad shots, and forcing turnovers so that we can get up the court quickly. When you're using a defensive team, you want your half court possessions to be limited. You want to have as many fast break points as you can. Now, when I switch to my bench lineup, my half court offense is way better, but I'm trying to create more disruption with this starting lineup and create more fast break opportunities for myself. As you can see right there, Deshaun Stevenson hits that fast break 3, and now we're in our press and we're disruptive. We're making our opponent rush up and down the court, and we're trying to make him force bad shots. We get another contested shot, rebound up the court. He tries to force it in with Ben Simmons, and Shaq sends it out of bounds again. We are just focusing on playing tough defense when this squad is in the game, and it's resulted in a lot of different rage quits. We're able to get to the basket quickly because we're utilizing what we can do with our plays, and we're making sure that we are contesting every shot, stopping every drive, and making it tough for our opponent every single time down the court. If you are able to build a team that you're comfortable with and you have a good strategy, any emblem of card is going to be fine. I still don't have any of the pink diamonds or the diamond cards that a lot of people have, and they're able to have a lot of good success so far in Unlimited and in limited mode. Right here, Jason Tatum hits the final 3 to put the nail in the coffin, and my opponent has had enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Right now we are 7-0 in Unlimited. I'll update you guys on this series every once in a while, let you know how my team is going, what my current strategy is, what playbook I'm using, and things like that. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you do, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.